The first course this time comes from Rangsun Sutcharit at Arun's in Chicago. It features beef tenderloin cooked in a rich Thai curry containing several traditional Thai ingredients. Then an entree from Mark Gould in Portland, Oregon. He presents crusted halibut with red lentils, a wild mushroom ragu, and a lusty red wine sauce. Dessert is offered by Stanton Ho at the Las Vegas Hilton. It's a lemon Bavaroise presented on a brunoise of fruit and served with a cold, prickly pear soup. Arun's is an upscale Thai restaurant in Chicago. The owner is Arun. His last name is unpronounceable. He grew up on his parents' rubber plantation in Thailand and has an armful of degrees from Japan to the University of Chicago, none germane to food. The chef at Arun's is Rangsun Sutcharit. He offers this Masamun Beef. The chef begins a rich curry mixture with lemongrass, Thai ginger, also known as galanga. It has a peppery, ginger-like flavor. Then a sliced shallot. Rough chopped garlic. All the ingredients go into a blender along with some rehydrated Thai chili peppers. Note the chef adds part of the flavored water.
Water in the chili pepper is already the water that we put in the recipe.
This is shrimp paste.
Okay, and the chef started to blend this. Okay, now he's going to put the curry paste into the cooking utensil there and the shallow pans there.
Incidentally, the owner, Arun, will occasionally describe the cooking steps.
Over medium heat, and then the curry paste will be cooked until you can see that it's boiling a little bit. The beef should be sliced, about 1 inch thick. นั่นมันใหญ่เกินไปเขาบอก1 นิ้ว Stir very gently.
After the curry has cooked a while, other ingredients are added, beginning with coconut milk.
About a cup of coconut milk will be added. And it's going to stir until the curry paste and coconut milk is well incorporated. Cumin and ground coriander is added. Let this cook until the aroma is released, And then he adds the beef.
The tenderloin pieces are turned in the curry and more coconut milk is added.
Another cup of coconut milk. And either the beef or chicken stock. Fish sauce. tamarind juice, palm sugar,
Palm sugar is unrefined and comes in two forms. This one has the consistency of honey butter.
and sugar. Ground peanuts, the heat is reduced. And about a tablespoon of red wine. Now the lid will be covered and let this cook for about an hour.
The beef will be served with parboiled potatoes and baby zucchini. They are warmed through in a sauté pan before service. Garnish includes deep-fried shredded carrot and fried shallot rings. Peanuts are roasted along with the parboiled potatoes. This hefty first course begins by spooning some of the curry into a bowl. The shallot rings, peanuts, and vegetables complete the plate. Finally, the fried carrot. Overlooking Portland, Oregon is Atwater's. It's a jazz club but features serious food from the kitchen. At taping time, the executive chef was Mark Gould. After graduating from Johnson & Wales, he worked in Chicago, Lyon, France, and Sweden. His entree is crusted halibut and lentils.
Okay, this dish is going to be a crusted halibut. We're taking here halibut from, not from off the Oregon coast, but from Alaska. This is fresh halibut. It's been cut into small fillets here. We're going to blend this with a mixture of wild mushrooms. Wild mushrooms at this time of year, being foraged locally, are really tremendous. These are black trumpet mushrooms. These are chanterelles, lobster mushrooms, and a local cep called boletus, which we get from the coastal as well as the Cascade Range.
The sauce is started by caramelizing diced carrot, shallot, and trimmings of the mushrooms. Meanwhile, the chef seasons the fish with salt and pepper and rubs with olive oil. The pre-cooked lentils will be flavored with sliced shallot, which is also browning.
The mirepoix here has been lightly browned. We're going to add our wine. Today we're using a Zinfandel. I've chosen this to try and get more of a jammy character to the sauce. The wine in this reduction, you want to reduce down to the point where it's just basically has become a syrup in the pan, and then we'll be adding a rich poultry stock. You can certainly substitute a fish broth, but what we're trying to achieve here is a rich meat essence paired up with the light, delicate flavors of the seafood, the potency of the lentils, and the earthy and sensual qualities that the mushrooms have.
Chicken stock is added to the reduced wine.
At this point, you can add your herb aromatics. Again, thyme and tarragon and parsley are being used here.
The lentils are flavored with ground cumin and coriander.
a little bit of the orange zest. We're going to finish this dish with fresh parsley and chive at the end. Don't add this now because it will deteriorate the color and a lot of those very subtle flavors that are present. The lentils at this point can be kept warm until service. The herb crust at the end we'll be using is a mixture of chive, parsley, and tarragon. This will be added onto the filet after they've been seared on their face side, and then while they're finishing in the oven in order to absorb those flavors.
The fish is seared in olive oil.
A touch of whole butter can be used here also in order to aid in the caramelizing. And season the back.
After searing on one side, the fresh herbs are added. The fillets are finished in a 350-degree oven. A variety of wild mushrooms is sautéed with sliced leek for the final element.
The sauce at this point has reduced down to the point of a nice glaze, and we'll strain it off. You can, if you choose to, at this point, finish this sauce with a little bit of fat, using probably butter in this case. But I'm going to use tonight is a truffle olive oil made with white truffles, as well as a little squeeze of lemon juice to bring out some of the more earthy character. You can further wet it with a splash of the sauce. And finish with the herbs.
The lentils are finished with chopped chives, and presentation begins.
Mushrooms and leeks. Some white truffle oil. Very heady in flavor, very intense.
The final garnish is deep-fried leek and chive.
Finally, we can use some more of the chive. As well as the fried leek.
The executive pastry chef at the Las Vegas Hilton Hotel and Casino is Stanton Ho. A native of Hawaii with Chinese ancestry, he is fully armed with an array of pastry skills, including chocolate work, ice carving, and pulled and blown sugar. Here is Lemon Bavaroise in prickly pear fruit soup. As is true with all of Chef Ho's dishes, they encompass a number of cooking steps. Therefore, for this demonstration, we will show only the preparation of the Lemon Bavaroise, which is French for Bavarian cream. It begins by softening gelatin leaves in water.
We have our egg yolks here, which we'll put into the bowl. Along with the sugar, some vodka,
The chef has also started beating egg whites into a meringue.
Okay, while that's going on, place your yolks over the water bath. And whip to a pale yellow. As I'm whipping this, occasionally I'm spinning the bowl also so that I could get parts with the whip that I don't in one position. I'll get the tempered gelatin, squeeze all the moisture from it, add it to the egg yolks, return it to the water bath, and that way I completely dissolves the gelatin. Okay. I'll add my lemon juice. I also added the lemon rind inside of the juice. That way everything becomes one movement. You really don't have to take two steps. And also to keep the rinds nice and moist. Okay, place the yolk mixture with the gelatin and the lemon juice over the ice bath. Bring the temperature down until the mixture congeals together.
The meringue is finished.
As you can see, the meringue is on a soft side, but yet it forms a bird beak. Okay.
The Bavaroise or mousse is started by combining whipped cream with the yolk mixture. Then the meringue is folded in. The finished mousse will go into pastry rings with a plastic collar that is slightly higher than the ring. Baked discs of sweet dough pastry are the base.
You really don't have to use a pastry bag or a tube or anything. The reason being that when piping in this mousse, okay, what you want to do is kind of dome it up this way. So while in the chilling and the freezing process, you'll have a recession, and this will make up for that recession and still maintain a beautiful shape. Tap it down. Then you can refrigerate it for a good 12 hours or 10 hours, whichever you want, as far as before serving.
The prickly pear soup is made by dissolving brown sugar and prickly pear marmalade in lemon, lime, and orange juice. It is then strained.
To assemble this dish, we have a beautiful glassware, and what I'm going to do is just use a round cutter, Fill it up with brunoise of fruits. You can use any type of fruits, or even, as I'm using jicama, which is actually a vegetable. Okay. Place your lemon mousse right in the center. Now, what I normally do is like a cocktail glass. I usually end up decorating the glass a little bit on the side just to make it tropical as well as very attractive.
Strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries are also added to the dish.
Finish it off by putting the salsa sauce or fruit soup. Okay.
Finally, it's topped with spun sugar and a pulled sugar ribbon.